Let me go. Where is my iPad? I'm looking for my iPad. It's not here. I don't know where I put it. Ah, here it is. All right, YouTube. Very excited with the new sales. To give you a little update what I'm doing. Let me get the iPad first, because I want to be able to see your comments, guys. I want to talk to you a little bit about the sales. Let me wait until more people reach. There we go. Now I'm in the page with the iPad so I can read the comments. There we go. Well, basically, I'm very excited. I mean, with the new sale. This sale, again, is a pre-production. This sale is not a production sale. It's but it's a pre-release from the EV. How you doing, man? From the EV50PL. I have the data sheet. That's what I want to show. I got it in the computer. I'm gonna show you that, guys. So where is established the 125 amps. The data sheet is not signed, so we don't know if it's the last numbers, but I mean it's in the good territory in those numbers. So I received that today. Let me show you. I already cheaped it too much. That's the sales. So it's not for sale. These sales, I mean, is for testing. So I decide to get it for share that with the guys. I mean, sending that too much, sending that to Pasta and Steven. I mean, Dr. Bass is getting as well. And the only person that I decide to get the rest, because remember, it's not that many, but I'm gonna send enough to build a pack, is Kempton. Kempton is one of the guys that he is a great guy. Anthony, that's gonna be released sometime this year. We hope. If you see, this is crazy because I get first these pictures. I mean, and that information from the cell from a supplier, right? It's a small supplier. And well, in the way they get these cells is because these cells, they, if you notice, doesn't say EV anywhere. So, but they're exactly this. They are EV pre-release pretty much, and these cells has been made for this specific supplier. For actually, this is not a supplier. This is for drone use. That's the excuse. So that's how they got it. So and. So, but they are in fact the the EV50PLs pre-release. So that's why there's not too many on the market, because they are only very limited, for that supplier. That was the idea. So EV released that like a test to see, test that production. Well, let me tell you, I test all of them. That the first thing that I did, I have the video opening the box, testing all the internal resistance from everyone and the current, to see how stable are the cells. So all of them except two of them, or most of them, they gave me 54. I guess I have the video. Very stable the voltage. One of them gave me 3.52. And let's see who says specialized equipment. Yeah, man. So it, I mean, and most of them, I will say, like 80% of those gave me 2.9 internal resistance. Remember that internal resistance is AC. First of all, I tested with the Fonsi meter, right? And but in reality, when you check internal resistance, you should charge the cells to the nominal voltage, which is 3.6. So the higher is the voltage in the cell, the lower is going to be the internal resistance. But at the same time, when you charge a cell, you need to leave the cell rest, I believe probably 4 hours before checking internal resistance, because the temperature have a very important role in the internal resistance. When you have a cell and you are measuring internal resistance, if the cell is hot or higher than room temperature, you're gonna have a lower internal resistance. So I test this before here in the channel. So if someone is interested in see it, so we need to really charge that to have the correct, accurate internal resistance. But at the same time, I mean, under the same condition, I tested, for example, the EB40PL gave me 3.4. The other one that have a really good internal resistance is the BAC 45D. This one that I actually have the bags in the store already. It gave me 2.8, 2.9, so very similar as the EV. The BAC is 4,500 milliamps. The EB50PL again is not released. This number can change in the future. Under 40 amps load, I tested already. It gave me over 4,800 milliamps under 49 load. So that's great numbers. I mean, it's not the back under 30 amps. It gave me over 4,500 no, 4,420 milliamps, which is almost right there what they claim. So the EB40PL gave me under 40 amps. It gave me more than 4 amps hour. What they claim is 4 amp hour, and gave you more, almost 4,100 milliamps. Saying with that's the same numbers as the JP40s. JP40 give you similar number, more than what they claim under 40 amps. That's incredible. To give you an idea, under the same conditions, the what I have here, when I'm talking, I want to join you cells. Under the same condition, the Molicel P50B that is supposed to be 5 amps hour only give you 4,500 milliamps. So you are losing 500 milliamps, which is a lot. I mean, so Molicel, when they measure the capacity in the data sheet, when you see they're measuring less than 1 amp, which, I mean, honestly, that I don't like the fact that they do that, because it's supposed to be a high discharging rate cell. So why you test that under very, very low current levels? So that I don't like that. So I say kudos to Ampes for do that. Kudos for EV to do that. Kudos to BAC for do that. Test those cells under really heavy load, which is 30 amps. That's remarkable. The cell is doing great. So, but again, we need to be fair on this. The Molicel P50B is not tapless. Is that we are comparing tapless cells with a cell that is not tapless. Where the Molicel P50B shine, and we need to give credit to who have credit. It's in the charging capacity. I mean, the Molicel can be charged at 5C, which is 25 amps. So where the tablets only can be charged in 2C. We really, for e-bikes or performance vehicle, we really don't care too much. This is more great for EV vehicles. For example, an electric vehicle that you want to charge quickly, that's when it's going to shine that cell. And the other thing is the Molicel is very, very stable. Even when it's lower on the load than the tablets, it's very linear. That curve is very linear, which is very important. Have that very linear curve for medical equipment, for very sensitive equipment. That's where Molicel shines. But for performance, I mean, it depends who need the cell. For what we wanted the cell for high performance, tablets is not, there's no competition for tablets. Today, the cells that you can acquire, I mean, JP40, EB40PL, and BAC 45D are the kings. I mean, that's the truth. That's the cells that you can acquire today. And from all of them, I guess the most balanced cells is the VAC 45D today at this point, because it gives you the two words, the high current and give you capacity. I mean, that's really good on the back, and the price is good. I mean, the price is with what cost one Molicel, you buy two bags. To give you an idea, or and probably you have extra money in the pocket after buy two of them. I mean, it's affordable, and the bag have 600 cycles, so it's high capacity at this. I mean, high lifespan at the same time. I really like it, the bag. I mean, the more that I work with the cells, I love the EV as well, very good cell, and JP40 again. The problem with the JP40 is that it's right now it's almost impossible to get. It's nowhere to get the good ones. Very difficult. I move, sky, try to find them. I have coming next week. Again, I'm honest with you, they are coming by air because I pay shipping by air, which is more expensive. For 390 cells that are coming by air, and most of them they're already gone because there's a bunch of people. I'm not accepting pre-orders because just in case something happened, that I cannot, something happened. But sometime next week they're coming. Plus, probably in about 3 weeks, I have or almost 2,000 of them coming. That's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be a little bit higher the price because few things, the tariff, they're going 10% up. Plus the sellers are abusing in China because they know that they're the only one having it, and they bump the price. So honestly, just because of that reason, and I know the JP40 is going in a price, even when I love that cell, is going in a price that it's gonna start going unaffordable for builds, big builds, for example, because right now it's coming for $6.15. And at that price, honestly, when you have to build a battery pack that, I don't know, use 200 cells, hey, that hurts. That hurt. Not everybody have that money. So a very, very good option, and in my opinion, for capacity is the VAC 45D. So it's great cell, and or the EV 40PL is a great cell. I mean, all the three of them, they are great. Anyway, I mean, I'm showing this cell, I mean, because I like to share what I can find. I like to share the new stuff that is coming, even when it's not available for sale. But we can learn, and we can see what is coming in the future. And hey, welcome the competition. I love it because the more competition Samsung, Molicel, and all these cells have, and they have a very tough competition in this moment with these cells. Hey, prices are going down. They're coming with better stuff. It's better for us, all this. Yeah, actually, yeah, man, tablets is in this moment today, in my opinion, tablets is the way to go, obviously. So there are a bunch of Molicel fans, and I hate to say it. I know, I mean, Much, for example, he loved. It's not because he's fan. I know he liked Molicel. Again, Molicel is a great cell, but for what we do, I mean, I like high performance cells for for electric bikes, for RC airplanes, for build packs and stuff like that. I really like them. So I mean, tablets is the way to go in this moment. In this moment is the way to go. Let me share to don't show my face. So that was the testing that you seen in the video. That's the cell that I was testing. Right now it's cooled down. I'm waiting until fully cooled down to charge this again and test again. Again, unfortunately I don't have the equipment, for example, that Mosh has, that is able to test all the way to 200 amps. I don't have that. I'm limited to my testers, which this one is 40 amps, and I was trying to test. In the video I say 39 because for some reason this is a brand new tester. When I put it in 40, it refused, it stopped. So if I put it in 39.5, it works. But to make sure I don't mess up, I thought that I have it in 39, but it was in 35 actually. So yeah, I have few testers. I have this other one that I can do the same. I have the big boy that I blew it testing one pack the other day, like 2 days ago. I mentioned that in a video, so I have to fix that. But anyway, that pulled the same as the 40 amps, So, and this one, I have this setup here. Is another 50 PL that I'm gonna be testing for capacity. So I want to double check. I already run the capacity under 40 amps, and the cell gave me 4800, a little bit over 4800 milliamps, which is great numbers. Now let me show you something. What I promised. I was going to show you the data sheet. Sorry for the mess that I have here. I mean, that's my workstation, and I'm doing many things at the same time here. Let's see where I have this one. This is a data sheet that I got from the EV50PL. So I'm gonna, I never showed this before probably in YouTube, but I'm gonna show that now. However, if you notice, this data sheet is not signed. Normally have the manual signature data sheet. Normally they have this manual signature. It doesn't have the approval, but apparently this is gonna be. If the final doesn't look like this, it's gonna be close. So we're gonna have a very good idea what the cell is gonna provide based in the data sheet. So don't ask me how I get that. I just get this data sheet. Yeah, buddy, it's not 72 grams. The cell is only 65 grams. Actually, let me test that now. That's great news for the people that have. Let me do it now. Now that you mentioned that, buddy, let's see where's my small scale. Let me see where I put it. I can use this one too, but the small one is more precise. Really precise. Let's test that because it's excellent. This cell is gonna be excellent for RC airplanes because that. So let me set this to grams. So let's check first a 40 PL, which we know this is the old version, but it's the same. They weigh the same. This one is 64, right? And look at the let's grab one brand new one. Well, this one says 66. The other one, it was telling me is it says 64. See, it's not precise. Let me try to get the other one that is very precise. I don't know where I put it. Sorry for my mess here. I have a mess in the shop. I've been so busy. See, with the laser cutting, doing many things. There it is. Let me get it. Sorry for that. Let me put it on top of this one. That's the small one. This one is very precise. I have so much light here. All right, EV. 64.3. 65, see? 65. Let me try another one. Putting this one back. 65.1, another one. 65, 64.9. See, it's just like the 40 PL sale. Very good news for the RC community, for airplanes and all that, because it's a very light cell. So let's see the numbers that I want to show you. There is. Well, they says it's gonna be a nominal 5,000, 5 amps hour with a minimum of 4,800. That's the minimum, and this was test, I believe, as charged as 2.5 C, and that cutoff. I guess that this charge was 0.1 amp, just like. For this test, for these numbers, that was test at 1 amp. Yep. So they are matching in that one. They are matching Molicel in those. So in the 40 PL, I know they tested even to 30 amps. So let's see here. Now, this is the interesting part. Look at that discharging rate. Tell me that's not insane. 125 amps continuously with cutoff, with the temperature cutoff at 75. Actually, what I thought was 80, but it's 75. And let's see, with temperature cutoff, actually at 80 as the max. That's the numbers. And look at the burst. The pulse discharge 180 amps for 2 seconds. So that's insane. That's the rush current. 100. I mean, buddy, one single cell with those numbers. Yeah, they sell cell weight 72 grams, but you see that there was 65. Again, these numbers are gonna change. Remember, that's a pre-production cell. It can be more, can be better by by experience. Normally get better. I mean, so I don't have I don't remember if I check here what is the see that's the other information. I don't know if we have here by coincidence because I have no chance to check the lifespan of this cell. I mean, let's see if we have that number here. Um, the life cycles, I guess it's too early to know something like that because remember, this is just prototypes or pre-release. Actually, we need to say pre-release. So they should have, let's see, temperature, storage cap, free fall. See, now that's the kind of test that they have to have now in the new with the new regulations. Man, that's insane. 100. No, actually, if hey Trot, if you saw in my test lasts 1 minute completely fully open. And if you saw in my test, maybe some people are gonna say no, but I seen only 114 one. Remember, my loads that I have in here, there are resistors and cables. While the cables are heating up and the resistors are heating up, they are gonna have less and less resistance. So we cannot count the test that I did as a fair test for the cell because it's gonna have less resistance. Probably the cell can even give much more than that, but I don't have the correct equipment to test. So I did that test because that's what I got here to test, and I really want to have an idea, do a prolonged 70 amps. But I wish I can do that because I don't have the equipment to do that. My limit is 40 amps. I can connect two testers together to match 70 amps, but the thing is, I don't have a way. I don't have a good shunt to catch all the data. And honestly, I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't want to tell you something that is not accurate. I mean, anyway, my test is not accurate. But I mean, we can have an idea with the test that I did. See, that's the number. Look at this. The cell is just a little bit more than 70 millimeters, just a little bit more, and it's wider. They say 21. It's a little bit wider. Actually, I check it out, just a little bit, just like Molicel. Molicel does the same. Molicel, they are bigger than what the 21, the 70, just a little bit bigger. That cell, I noticed that. However, my surprise is the weight. They still managed to have a low weight. So anyway, this data sheet, I mean, I'm not supposed to even share this because it's not signed, it's not that, but hey, that's my YouTube channel. So, yep. So this is gonna be great sale. I mean, once they release that. So I'm very excited. So for the moment, for the people that want sales again, that's what I recommend. Back 45D, EVs, like, see, EV 40PLs. I have here plenty. I have downstairs. I have more. If someone want, actually, I'm gonna be using. There we go. Look at who is here. They can. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what I was telling Much. Much I was explaining that Molicel. I mean, Molicel is the best cell for electric vehicles because that is super stable. Is super stable, and it can be charged at very higher rate of charge. Current. So on top of that, yeah, Much you have all the reasons. In cold weather, for example, if you are, I believe, I don't remember the number, but I guess like it's 20 degrees below zero. You can, when do you arrive? Can't wait. So Much, I guess it's 20 negative that the 50 P 50B can do. Tabless, I believe, no, actually, tabless, I guess, is negative 20. I believe Molicel is even lower than that. Is even lower than, yeah, negative 40. That's the P50B. I mean, that, hey, if you live in the cold weather, you do. I mean, the Molicel is the way to go in those conditions. I mean, everything is depend what you want to do. For medical equipment, hey, that Molicel is super stable in the discharging rate, super stable, even when it's lower than the maybe the tablets, but it's very linear that curve. So, and again, I mean, it depends what you are gonna do with the cell. In my opinion, I mean, for example, for e-bikes that we really don't care too much about that, we want that inrush power. I guess tabless is the way to go. I mean, until well, hey, today put the date because we don't know tomorrow what Samsung is gonna have, what Molicel is gonna come with. I mean, but today, for the, yeah, Mikey. I mean, in my opinion, today for the price, this is a sale. Honestly, the back when you compare that to the EV and you compare that to the JP40, is run just a little bit more, few degrees more hot, but I mean it's not something that is a killer. It's not something. It's I don't have out of my head, but I believe it's maybe 4 or 5 degrees. If Much can correct me that, but it's not that much. I mean the difference. The coolest cell today is the JP40. That one is gonna run is the coolest. And again, the difference is only I believe 4 or 5 degrees. It's not a big difference. I mean, like for example, the P50B, it have a big difference. I believe it's almost 12 or 10 degrees. That's a lot. I mean, when you compare with the other ones. So, but again, it's depend what you're gonna do with the cell. I mean, for airplanes, for example, hey, this one is the lightest one, very light, 70, only 65 grams, 64 most of them. I mean, great for the airplanes. I mean, when you compare, for example, with the Molicel that is 70 grams, and you say, well, 6 grams is not nothing. Well, that matter between the tablets and yep, it's true. Tablets they're almost all the same. You don't feel that. I mean that's with the instrument. This is the only way you can see the difference. But for example, 6 gram less in this cell versus Molicel, for example. Remember when you built an airplane, like ask Kenton, he used 18 cells sometimes. Now multiply those 6 gram times 18. That make difference for those packs. That make difference. So yeah, actually, Much your cells are in the way. I chip it already. They should be there, I guess, by Monday. So I really want to see your testing, buddy, because with your you know how to do it, and I'm still a noob on this. I mean, next to these big guys, I really want to see your testing, man. But I cannot wait, so I have to do this mess. You probably seen the video already. You probably are screaming like, "No, that's bad." I know. But buddy, I mean, again, this equipment is not calibrated. It's brand new. I'm having an issue with that, but I really want to see at least have an idea. I mean, what can do the cell, man. So yeah, I'm getting ready that one for the capacity test. I'm gonna be testing this one probably by data sheet at 1 amp to see if I can get the full 5 amps hour. I get already for or over 4800 under 40 amps load. Yeah, I get that number, which is great, great, great. But again, we don't expect for pre-production sales to be accurate. I mean, that maybe some of them are going to be higher. They're pre-production. It's not something completely constant, but we can have a good idea. We can have a close idea what we can expect. That's what I want to see, what we can expect from that sale. And the other good part that I'm happy is that EV is a company that is making great, great sales and affordable prices. I mean, Molicel is a great sale again, but I mean, are you gonna pay $10 per sale? No. I mean, I can't. I can't. And I mean, and I have I sell sales, and I cannot pay $10 unless there is something small that these one are Molicel P50Bs, by the way. Each sale of this one is $10. I mean, they are going down, and my understanding is because they are feeling the pressure from companies like EV coming with these great sales, tablets. I mean, with great performance for a very affordable price. I mean, and not $10. So like the back when they start, they was in very high price. So and I wait until they go a little bit down, more affordable, and now I have that available. So well, here's the thing: the pricing was going down. So, but unfortunately now with the politic, I'm not gonna talk about that. It's going up. It's going up. The pricing. I mean, so far that I know is 10%. That was originally, but I believe I have to check the news today. China announced they're gonna put another 36. So let's see how this is gonna affect to us. It's gonna affect to us. But I mean, we love this hobby. Unfortunately, I know it's expensive. So, and especially when we have these e-bikes that use a bunch of cells, yes, I mean, it's expensive. So I'm trying to get the best options. I mean, with performance cells like back, I mean, for good capacity at good pricing. I mean, so far, the pricing that I have, I'm not going to change it because I already pay X amount of money. I'm not going to take advantage of anybody. So, so once they are gone and I have to buy more, I mean, I have over 1,000 of them. So let's see what is going to happen. So the price keep going up and down depending on politics, and many things are involved in all this. So, and again, the next thing that I want to do, I'm gonna peel it off completely, the skin of the cell, make it naked, and compare that with the EV40 PL, and see how it looks like. Much I know he's gonna do that. He will have enough cells. I sent him 5 cells. I mean, let's see what he says. I really interested in what he have to say. Pat, I'm waiting to send his cells. I'm waiting for some information. And Dr. Bass, I sent that to him already, to Canada. So let's see. I really want to see the big numbers. I mean, the with the big guys. I mean, and see their opinion and all that. That's very important for me. Yeah, unfortunately, again, I don't have that sale. I wish I have more sales. I mean, I pay a lot of money for these sales. Hopefully, they are gonna be cheaper later because I don't care. I pay the money that costs because I really love to do testing, saying as much, and I support everybody. So and welcome everybody. I mean, to do testing and all that. I wish we have more people in the community trying to do more testing. So it's a nice hobby. It's expensive. I mean, the good equipment costs a lot of money. Hey, kudos to March because I mean he have a bunch of money in equipment. This is not cheap. This is not cheap. So March have a Patreon that I invite you guys that are looking the video. Go and check the Patreon. Go to in Patreon, search for battery March. March have all the testing. He's gonna have, believe me, he's gonna have all this testing very professionally done. I mean, I cannot wait to go and see those testing. So he have a Patreon, a port, man. The Patreon is only what much? How much is $3 starting? Actually, you can start for free. He have some information for free, but for $3, hey buddy, how much costs a coffee in Starbucks? I mean, $3 a month. Come on, buddy. Don't be cheap, guys. Get that subscription, and you are gonna learn a lot. I learn every day, and I really much it teach me a lot. Many guys, Steven, teach me a lot. I mean, and I really enjoy what I'm doing, and I try to bring everything that I can. So, and again, I have the store that I started last year. I mean, it's doing really great. I thank you for everybody that is supporting the store. I mean, again, I'm not making this to make money. I mean, this is supporting the hobby. This is supporting, well, hopefully in the future, it stop to being a hobby, and I can work and live from this. So I'm making packs, selling cells. I mean, and but again, I'm gonna maintain good pricing. I do not abuse from the cheaping. I cheap very fast. Anybody that can support the store, I really appreciate that. So if you wanna subscribe to the Facebook group, find DIY 500 amp is the Facebook group. I probably gonna put it in the. Let me put my face a little bit. I not shave. I mean, I've been working a lot. So yeah, DIY 500 amp is the group. Uh, Man, the laser, buddy. Don't, I don't want to start talking about that. I'm really excited with the laser. I have a mess. I have a mess here. That's the laser machine. See, I have a mess in the shop. I really have to fix everything here. So, but look at that. That's everything that has been caught in. I not trashing anything of the leftovers because my plan is maybe sell the leftover as a metal. This is copper. So I've been cutting, practicing, you name it. I have a bunch of things. Even I find out we can cut. Look at this perfectly. We can cut the epoxy nicely. So I'm building packs now. Yep, the welders, man. I have this is the glitter egg 11H. Yep. So, and I have as well the I fixed this welder. I mentioned I don't have. Hey, the pricing is gonna be MSRP. I'm gonna have that in stock probably in about 2 months. I'm not gonna lie, because I need to buy those equipment. This is not cheap, and again, the storage is not cheap. Every time, I mean, I have $1,000 in equipment in sales, and every time that I buy, I just receive sales, or what, 2,000 of these sales. If someone wanted, hey, brand new, just receive. That's the EB30 3 amps hour, 30 amps discharging rate, excellent for power tools. This is 18650 cells. So I have that in stock. Look at that, all those ones, brand new ones. So I have, oh, you name it. I have a 25P. I mean, a bunch of boxes. I have a 26V. I have 32V. I just received this today. I haven't put this in the store. For people that want to do the projects, this is the 7 amps hour boxes that's empty. They have the BMSs with all the nickel inside. That's gonna be a very cheap boxes, so you can build if you want, your project for the future. Yep. So 35Vs I have here. See, that's the EV35V. I have the 32V. You name it. I have, checking the website, I have everything posted. And here I have just few cells, but downstairs I have even more. I have the boxes for the e-bikes, for do the 72 volts batteries, the 52 volts, the 48 volts. I probably am gonna build the batteries, so you can buy this already built. So I built this pack recently. Many people maybe seen it. I have the BMS code on top. So this is a 52 volts battery. Look at this. Very nice cover. This is Robert. I mean, I finished this pack, tested, and it's ready to sell if someone is interested. Very, very, very nice build. So I document everything in the Facebook group if someone want to see it in action. I mean, very nice, very thick. This is very thick rubber. So on top of that, this is a cover, the ABS plastic. I print this, so it's hard and it's sealed. If you notice, is that white glue is completely sealed. Even on top, everything is completely sealed. I don't want to say it's waterproof. It's water resistant. So don't put it under the water, please. Whoever buy it. So they have XT90 connector and an XT60 for charging. So they're both connected together. So, but nice pack. I mean, if someone is interested, it's in the site. I'm gonna finish. I haven't started with this one. I'm gonna be building this one too. Put it for sale, and this one too. If someone is interested, shoot me. I can make it with the one with the back. I can make it with 40 PLs. I can make it with any cells. I mean, they want. So, and yeah, look at this project that I've been working with. This is for a client. I've been making this ones for, that's gonna be, it's not for an airplane. This one is for a mountain board. But look at how nice it's coming up with the laser, the copper. So this is copper 0.2 with nickel 0.12. How I get my nickel? Look at nice, bunch of nickels. That's parallel. I'm gonna put this later in the website. I haven't put it yet. You know what I do. See, this one is pure. So what I do with this, I cut 5 meter pieces. This is way more than that. Obviously, this is $100. These rolls. So, but what I do is I cut it just like the other sellers does. Cut it in 5 meters and then sell it in smaller pieces. So because this is way too much, obviously that's $100. So that's how I do mines. So look at that. If someone is interested in this box, I can put this box in printable, so you can print this box for yourself. So basically, this is what I did. I have all my coppers with different, I mean, 0.1, 0.12, 0.15, 0.3, like this one. This one is nickel, 0.3. Look at how thick is this nickel. It's very expensive. So the nice part of this box is that I have like a roll in the center, so they cannot come off of here. So, and when I need something, I just unroll here and then put it back. And again, I can open and close this. How can I call this rails? So if someone wants the copy of this, I can give that to you, so you can print it and make your own. So yep, that's more nickel. So yep, thank you, man. Yeah, that's my nickel that I use. Normally, I don't use for my builds. I don't use the nickel like this one. This one is the 10 millimeters, right? And this one is 8 millimeters. So for 18650, I use this one. This one I used to use these ones, but now I'm using more the 15 millimeters. This is 15 when I can, so it looks nicer in the bus bars. Yep. So just to show you my mess. Sorry, I know it's a big mess here. My welders, that's my welders, and you know, much if you're still here, buddy, I cannot wait to play with this. This is the new CBA. That's what Much use, but of course, Much is way better than that because he have the, I believe he's using the equalizers. I'm not sure if he's using his own equalizer because I don't know if you know, guys, Much, he created his own equipment long time ago. So that's cool. I mean, I have so much to learn. So yeah, man, this is my working room. I have so much stuff here, you know, that more stuff that I can have here, for be honest with you. So yeah, but hey, you are as good as your tools. That's I always say is that, you know, good mechanic have good tools. So good people that work in electronic, we have good tools. We try. We try. It's expensive. This is years of collecting, because everything is expensive, very expensive. So, all right, guys. I'm very excited with these sales. I mean, I'm gonna be testing capacity, and posting the numbers. Will be when, well, if March is here, March, when do you think that's gonna be? I guess it's gonna be by the end of the year. If you notice, let me tell you the truth, there is a bunch of sellers, vendors in Facebook. They are posting, we have the 50 PL using the pictures that I have. I post those pictures, and they took the same pictures, and they are saying that they have it. I mean, when you check, no one can ship that to you. No one in reality, they are not, they don't have the sales. What they are doing is using that as a clickbait for you to go and check their site, and try to sell you the other sales. They don't have that in stock, believe me. They don't have that. So they are using the same picture, reusing the same pictures, to make false promotion. But if you wanna check if it's true or not, ask them. Okay, cheap it now. They can't. They don't have it. They're gonna tell you no by the end of the month. No, by the next month. That's the excuse that they have. What they are doing is a clickbait, basically. The sales, they are not. I mean, believe me, I worked very hard to get these sales, and more than a month ago, and mine are shipped by air. I mean, and now is when I finally received the sales. I mean, that's not easy. So I received it today in the morning, ship it to Much immediately. So, and Much, I guess he's gonna get it on maybe Monday or Tuesday. I mean, I cannot wait for him to test that. So, and it's welcome. The future is nice with the sales. So, all right, guys, I don't take more time. We have 46 minutes transmitting. So check the testing that I did. It's nice. I'm gonna post later the video testing the internal resistance in all the cells. Not really. I mean, Rick Molicel P50B, man, again, Molicel is a great cell. Again, if you live in the cold environment, I mean, look at what Much says, up to negative 40 degrees. You can use that one. Every cell have their use. I mean, if you are using a cell for medical equipment, if you are using a cell for probably aircrafts, I mean, equipment that it must to be very stable, very, very stable. I'm sorry, Molicel is a great cell in that perspective. So, I mean, but yeah, very expensive. Yeah, $10 each at this point. I mean, not only that, it's the lifespan. I mean, the Molicel P50B, I don't know if it's rated for 1,000 cycles, but it's something like that. So, again, for my use, for the use of most of my viewers or the people in the group, which is e-bikes and power tools and stuff like that, tabless is the way to go. I mean, for the price, for the power, is the way to. I'm sorry, is the way to go. So, I mean, it's not that Molicel is not gonna do the job. It does the job, but I mean, would you pay twice the money and even more for that use specifically? In my opinion, well, I go with tablets. I mean, again, if you are going to use that for medical equipment, if you are going to use that for cold weather, hey, Molicel doesn't have a rival. I mean, that's the way to go. Faxos punch cells. Yeah, hey, punch cells. The problem in punch cells, great power. Don't get me wrong, great power. They are more dangerous. I mean, they are more propense for catch fires. In a case of little accidents, if you punch just a little bit the cell, and they're easy to punch because it's a soft shell, so easy to have an accident, and they swell. Those cells swell just like the lipos and all that. They swell, so and they're a big footprint. So in an e-bike. Imagine punch cells in an e-bike. There's huge. The pack is huge, big pack. So you really need a smaller footprint. So I mean, like 21700 is the way to go for packs, or even the. Let's wait for the EB 30P 30PL. which is the 18650. This coming. They're gonna be still 3 amps hour. That's the bad part. It is still lower capacity. I mean, 3 amps hour is decent. Back, I believe, is coming as well with a 4 amps hour. No, I don't know if it's 4 amps hour battery. That is gonna be able to do 60 amps. I mean, in 18650 size, that's amazing. So let's see in the future. The future, I mean, it's gonna be nice. Amperius, there is a company that have a sale right now that is a 4 amps hour. Someone put everything together again to make the video. Yeah, man, I have actually that's gonna be a nice video. That's gonna be a nice video because I have to fix my. Let me show you. I blew this baby. You see the all this. Look at that. I was testing the new pack that I built, and I went too far testing, and I blew this. So I have to change the diode, and I have to change the. Let me see how it looks like. I haven't taken it out. I cannot take it out. I mean, it's very bad. I have to change few pieces and fix this, and I'm gonna show you how to build this. But please don't do my mistake. Do a good cooling system. Don't abuse. Don't put the to the limits. I love to test the limits in this equipment. So, but I have the parts. I know if I break that, I can fix that. So I have the MOSFET. I have everything to fix that again. So I don't care pushing. If I blew that, I know the parts that I have to change. So, but and I went over 100 degrees in the parts. Yeah, that's easy fix. And even I have a better diodes. I have better MOSFET. I mean, I was waiting to have an excuse to break it and make it better. That's funny. So yeah, but again, I mean, if it's for you, don't push it. Don't push it at those limits. I mean, I love to test the limits in the cells and all that, and we destroy the cells for the science as much. He does that all the time. So again, support much Patreon, guys. So I mean, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. The equipment is not cheap. All the time that takes to do things right. It's not as easy. I just put together everything and boom. No, it's not like that. That take a lot of trial and error to do it right, like he does. So, man, I ain't almost without voice. Man, yeah, people love science, buddy. I mean, we love science. Let's see. Let me check the comments. I have a big bunch of comments that I haven't read. Yeah, tablets. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are taking the market. JP50, 50PL. Well, JP50 has that I know haven't been announced yet. What do you know of that much? Is any 50PL coming? I mean, JP50. Ampes haven't announced anything that I know. I know they announced the JP30, but nothing in the 50 yet. In the 5 amps hour yet. Really, JP50? Which live stream was that from Ampes? I missed that live stream. I have to check it out. Huh. Okay, long time ago. I have to check that. Yeah, that I know. Yeah, much. I don't know. I mean, that I know. As far as I know, there's no that more announcement. I believe I'm Pyrus. How is called that? I cannot pronounce that one correctly. Actually, I contacted people to see if I can become a reseller from them. I'm waiting for response. I have a meeting with them. They have Ampere. They have a great cell that I like it that much. I believe I don't know. Do you test that cell much? But you mentioned that it's a 18650 size, 4 amps hour, able to do 20 amps discharging rate in 4 amps. That's insane. That remind me in 4 amps hour, so 4,000 milliamps. There's not too many cells that right now in 4 million like that. Those in those number I have here. Let me show you the VAP cells that much tested already. For example, this one it's 4 amps hour. Oh, it's in the roadmap in the developer. Okay, this is 4 amps and it's real 4 amp hour tested, but it's only in the discharging is only what 10 amps, which is great. 10 amps is great, but I would love to see like amperes that have a 4 amps hour and 20 amps. That's really good. So, and I have here as well the other one that is great that I love to have that cell here. Oh, come on. The VAP cell F60, I believe is the number. 6 amps hour. This one is 6 amps. Yep. 6 milliamps. I have it here. And I tested and it's true. It gives you 6 milliamps. This VAP cells. And it's 13, I guess is, yeah, 12.5 amps hour. I mean, the current discharging. 6,000 milliamps. This is great numbers. Now, what I want to see, sorry for the mess, is seeing those cells in a cheaper price, because right now those cells is gonna be is about $10 each. I would love to build that, yeah, an eBay pack with those cells. Even, I mean, doesn't have to be a high discharging rate. We can build a pack with, I don't know, 5 of them in parallel or 6 of them in parallel, and be able to draw 40 amps in 72 volts. 40 amps, hey, that's enough for 3,000 watts. I mean, but the capacity is just insane. Can pulse 20 amps unless the specific pulse 100 ampere circuit. Yeah. Which one is that one much? The one that can do 4 amps hour, 186 can pulse 20 amps, but yeah, it's useless because it's too much voltage drop. Yeah, on those ones. Yeah, Vapsel doesn't make any. No, exactly. But I believe it's Amperius. What is the name? Amperius. Let me Google it. I have the website. You mentioned that cell much, and I check it out, and let's see. I guess it's Amperius. Oh my God, what was the name? Amparius. Let's see, Amparius. That one, Amprius. Amprius have 18650, 4,000 milliamps. Let's see where is. Okay, here is. Look at this. This cell, they're selling that in a pack, right? They are 4 amps hour, 18650s, but they can draw 20, I guess it's 20 amps. Let's see where is the number. It's something like that. I believe it's 20 amps. See, it's 18650, 4 amps hour. Let me see where it was. Charging voltage, capacity, constant discharging, 140 watts, but that's the total. So it's 16 amps. They call it 16 amps. I know, I read in the data sheet, I read 20 amps. See, burst, 20 amps for 10 seconds, and 16 amps, well, they say now 16, with airflow. Well, with airflow, that for airplanes is fine. So I guess we need to see the sag, honestly. Now that they mentioned that, we need to see the sag. How much sag that under 16 amps? Marcia, have you tested that cell? I can't remember if you test that cell. How does that cell? I mean, with the sag. I mean, it's over 3.6. Exactly. That's the story. That's the story with the cells. So that's something that is important to mention, that yeah, we are talking about this high discharging rate, but remember guys, the more you push the cells, that goes against the lifespan. So if you push the cell all the time, when you build a pack, and you build the pack in the edge, it's for example, to give you an example, you need 50 amps in your pack, and you build in with 5 parallel, with each cell rated to 10 amps, you know, okay, you have 50 amps, but you are pushing the cell to the limits. When you push the cell to the limits, yes, the cell is capable to produce that, but it's against the lifespan. I mean, the cell, for example, to give you an idea, EV told you the cells, for example, the 35B, they in the data sheet, in the most recent data sheet, they said it's 800 cycles, right? Uh, but what you need to understand is 800 cycle tested. You need to see what current they test that. I don't know if was, I have to check the numbers, but usually they don't go to the limits. That cell is able to discharge 10 amps, right? But they, when they do those tests, I assure you they don't do it in the maximum. They says 1,000 cycles with, they says, I, if I don't recall incorrectly, they say they still have 80% or 60% from the original capacity after the 1,000 cycles, but it's only maybe in 2 amps and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Check all that info that I'm talking. I mean, with the correct numbers, not from my all memory. Much have all that digested very nicely with, hey, with testing, real testing. One thing is what the data sheet says, and another thing is what the real life. To give you a perfect example, and this one is a perfect example. The Samsung 50s. Samsung 50s. Where do we have the Samsung 50s? When I talk about the cells, I like to show this. Ah, here, I have one here. Samsung 50s. If you see the data sheet in the Samsung 50s, Samsung claim, much, you correct me if I'm wrong, they says 250 cycles or 300 cycles in the data sheet. In the reality, I believe much tested already over 500 cycles, and it gives you more than what the data sheet says. Something that I like from Samsung sometimes, I mean, it's that they are very, how is called that? Conservative, very conservative. So when they say a number, they talk sometimes about the minimum, and but you can expect more. So that case was one of those cases. Another example, the Samsung, this one as well. Let's see if I have one here. Yeah, no, this one is the 50G. But the Samsung, for example, the Samsung, which one? The 50E. Samsung 50E. Samsung says in the data sheet that it gives you, 9.8 amps discharging. Hey, that cell has been tested on 13 and doing a good numbers. I mean, so but they claim a little bit less in those cases. Um, in the 50s, and I'm much is gonna screen about this one. They claim, I mean, I'm okay with the lifespan, but I believe they claim it to be a cell for 45 amps discharging. I'm sorry, that cell really sag. I believe it's more like a 20 amps. Checking the much have his rating. He rated that cell, and check their much rating. Hey, not only you, it's only $2 a month. I mean, with much, you're gonna save money. I will tell you why. If you wanna buy a cell, hey, don't buy it because I'm selling the cell. I have the back 45D and all that, and I recommend you. But unfortunately, some people maybe will think, he's selling cells, so we cannot trust. He's a vendor. Hey, yes, I am a vendor, but I'm honest with you. But don't hear my voice. Go and check. Much is not a vendor. Much is a tester. Much is gonna tell you the truth, good or not. It's you know how's the deal with him. So I mean, I know much on all that, and I send him the cell for testing. And what I says, much, say the truth. If the cell is a piece of junk, say it. If it's a piece of crap, say it. I mean, I want to know the truth. So and you know, not because I'm selling the cell. I mean, I'm selling the cell because I know it's a good sales. But I mean, do your homework. Do your homework. Do your research. Hey, with those $2, you're gonna learn a lot. And I mean, good or not, you like it or not, I mean, you're gonna have the truth. If not, and I hate to say it, check it out. Much report, for example, with the AMO4. When Austin sent those cells too much, I mean, he sent it with with knowing if it's good, Much is gonna say it. If it's bad and what you're claiming, he's gonna say it. Good or not, you like it or not, he's gonna say the truth. I mean, he don't play with his reputation. So you can trust the numbers that he have in the Patreon. So go there and check it out. I mean, honestly, it's for people like us that we love this hobby. You will see the numbers. What he says about the egg 11. Sorry, I'm not ignoring. I have so many comments. Someone was say, Ben, get the welding from the egg 11H. They better than the